Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of July. It's coffee break time, but today we're having some padrons. We're going to play padron roulette. This is a sweet pepper from Spain that most of them are sweet, but the occasional one is very, very hot. So we're just pan frying them off in a little bit of olive oil, give them some salt, and then over coffee break we're going to have some fun with them. June's been a really, really busy month for us yet again. And July looks like it's going to be the same, so I'm going to finish cooking these and then I'll give you a run around the nursery. So a few weeks back we had Salvatore join us from Turin in Italy, and he basically has brought the sunshine with him, and we haven't had much else other than sunshine since he arrived with us. He's taken over the care of the gardens all round really, and he's making a sterling job everywhere he works. And out here on the veg garden, things really are romping away now. The weather is really pushing things along. The broad beans are nearly the same height as some of the sweet corn. We just can't keep up with the artichokes at the moment. Everything else is doing very, very well. We're very pleased. We've actually taken the pots of strawberries out of the brassica cage now, because the brassicas have got to the stage where they were swamping them, and obviously the strawberries have finished. But on the soft fruit line, Simon has nearly finished our soft fruit cage. Sadly, I think we're going to miss most of the fruit this year, or should I say the birds are going to get to it first. But hopefully in the next week or so we'll get that finished up, and then we can give it a really good tidy and sort it out properly. Now we've actually got decent protection for all our soft fruit. But no, 1 month on, it is really, really coming on well out here. Here in the herb garden, Simon finished off all the new herb beds, replaced all the edging on them, and has also put edging round. Salvatore has now been through here as well and basically given a good blitz, and now all we need to do is get it all planted up, which we hope to get done in the next few weeks. Down here in the flower area, the sweet peas are doing their usual thing, absolutely full of beautiful flower, and the scent is just unbelievable. Things like the poppies have more or less come and gone. Obviously it's been very, very warm, so they've put on a really beautiful show, and now they're producing all their seed heads, which I actually think are almost as pretty as a flower in many ways. And yeah, it's about time that we go through and do some planting or start thinking about the autumn, so we are clearing through and making some gaps for further plantings later on, and that'll be something we'll be getting onto quite shortly. Out here on the beds, now we've actually got a bit more time, we're getting through our sort of summer tidy up. I guess you could call it a spring clean, but it's actually summer, and usually we don't actually get round to a spring clean, so it is the first real whack through that we managed to do. And yeah, so we've been through the shrubs, been through the grapes, way over there we've been through and done the summer pruning of all the potted tree fruit, and now we're going through all the soft fruits. So busy, could do with a few more dry days, or actually a few more weeks of dry weather, so we can get finished up here, and then we'll be really on top out here. Here in the fuchsia house, in the bubble, the heat is starting to take its toll on some of the fuchsias. It's that time of year where it'd be nice to just take off the roof and give them a little bit of shade. But they're actually looking really good. Once again, it's the time where we can go through and do some further propagation, and also tidy up the beds and prune up where we need to. So yeah, we're looking not too bad in here, and keeping busy, busy, busy. Here in the veg tunnel, things really, really have come on in the last month. Obviously the warm weather has done that, though I have to say it's still quite surprising how chilly it is at night, and we are actually shutting right up at night, dropping the vent, everything, because it is that cold. But the tomatoes are coming on wonderfully, very pleased with those now. Got a very good set of fruit. We're starting to see a little bit of colour. Now of course we have our tomato day, which is on the 16th of August this year, where we have all these varieties on taste. So with a little bit of luck, that will be 80 varieties of tomato on taste. And then later on in the year, I think we're going to be on schedule for that as well. 27th and 28th September is our Chili Fest, which once again we'll have tomatoes on taste, but of course all these chilies that run all the way through the middle here, they'll all be on taste as well. They should all have ripened by then. And again, that's about 80 varieties of chili and sweet pepper that we'll have on taste. And over the whole weekend we'll also be having craft stalls and food stalls, and yeah, it's going to be quite something this year. But no, the tunnel, if you remember from the last clip, was finished literally sort of at the beginning of June. So in a month that we've actually been using it, very pleased with the growth that everything's put on, and everything was a bit squashed together last time. Now we've actually been able to give it some space, start stripping off the foliage, etc. And all in all, very pleased. Even the polytunnel sweet corn are coming up to flower and starting to produce their cobs, so it's time to start giving them a little bit more space, and then we'll be giving them the daily shake so that they pollinate nicely. But no, all in all, very, very pleased with what we've achieved in such a short time in here, and just hope for it continues. Up here in the top house, obviously there's a few more gaps at this time of year. Don't quite need all our greenhouse space. It's warm enough outside most of the time. That said, we are already obviously starting to produce for the autumn, so we've got some of our perennials, etc. already underway here. Way over there's a big gap where all the pumpkins for our school pumpkin competition have now all disappeared off to their various schools. So we look forward to judging that at the end of October. And as I say, other than that, quite a few gaps in here, but only to be expected at this time of year, because don't really need all that greenhouse space at this time. And it's the same story really out here in the frame area. It's time for a good tidy up, time for a block up, which is what we're doing at the moment. Obviously we're clambering to the end of quite a lot of our veg plant production for this end of the year, but we're already thinking about production for the autumn. So yeah, we're just finishing off on the last of the brassicas and beans and things, and then we'll settle down and forget about that for a month or so, and then start producing again. But no, really it's time to draw breath out here and have a really good tidy up. So I'll finish off for July down here in the orchard, which actually needs a mow. I think we're catching up, and then you always find something that we need to get done. But it's been a very, very busy few months for us, basically since February right through to a week or so ago. So it's nice to draw breath and take a stock of things and see where we go from here. We've got much to do and huge plans for the weeks and months ahead. And so no, we'll give you a catch up at the beginning of August.